You're here now? You're here now? All right, we're live then. I waited for you to be here, and then I did the whole thing. I actually was, while you were doing your things, I made a list. I made a bullet list. You know how much I love my list?
Yeah.
So, sup, Siren Squad. All right. Honestly, I'm killing some time right now. I had some things that I just wanted to ramble on about. But I woke up today earlier than yesterday, thank God. Or the day before, because I actually tried to fix my sleep schedule last night. That did not work out so well for me. Apparently, I just now run on island time. Well, at least until at the end of the summer, which, oh, that's on the list. That's on the list. I have the best news ever, chat. You have no idea how happy we are. Guess what freaking starts tomorrow? Tell them, IG.
It's freaking school.
It's freaking school. School starts
All the
tomorrow.
little rats are going back in the classroom, so the beaches can be clear and free.
Yep, and so I decided, here's what I was thinking. You know how I only read the first few pages of Mel's book, and I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be a book I can't put down, right? Right? Mm-hmm. So what am I doing with my life if I'm not spending that time at the beach reading? So I'm thinking that I need at least 2 to 4 hours a day. Well, it might only take me 5 hours to read it. So I'm thinking 2 days at the beach where I'm reading her book in the sun. I might want to get myself an umbrella. And then, because I got my new chair. Well, Daisy was broke down. Bro, I am literally set to go and do trauma healing on the beach, literally. Gonna read that Mel Robbins' Let Them theory on the beach while I'm just chilling. I'm so excited. But tonight, between 2 and 3 a.m., we're gonna see how this goes. But tonight is supposed to be the peak of the meteor shower. So we're going to go down as long as it's not cloudy, because this is what happens to me every time I want to look at the sky and I go to the beach. Okay. Like if I go to the beach just to go to the beach and I have no intention, like I'm not going with this purpose. Okay. Then I probably don't even notice how much, like this purpose is. But if I want to go to the beach for, say, sunrise or sunset or, a meteor shower, my luck is that it will be completely fucking cloudy. But whatever, we're going to try anyway. So we're thinking about, and we don't know who else going, but, we're thinking about going down, tonight between 2 and 3 a.m. in order to be able to see the meteor shower. And that is just going to be something that I've never done before in my life, chat. I've never gone down and been right by the edge of the world and watched the sky for falling stars. I mean, I have so many wishes to make at this point that we're going to just call it that. We'll call them shooting stars instead of meteors. Wait, are shooting stars meteors? Is that a thing? I don't really follow this side of science. Do we think sometimes?
Shooting stars are meteors, by the way. Shooting stars would be meteors, but they can, I believe, also can be comets, which I guess is also a meteor. Well, I think the way it works is that for it to be a meteor, it has to cross our atmosphere.
Listen, this is why. That's right. You learned that. You taught me that in science. You know what, though? This is why you get to go down and you watch and you try to grab all the meteor. You like make the wishes on the stars on the meteor shower in fucking Animal Crossing. And the next day you get up and you can pick little star bits up off the beach.
Yeah.
Because they're meteors. So they are.
Yeah, really.
So I could just sit and make wishes.
I guess so. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, I guess that is how that would work.
That's white magic. I'm so excited. It's going to be a whole new experience. I didn't think about it like this. Well, all right. So we're going to watch Meteor Shower tonight, chat, and that's going to be really fun, and I can't wait. I'm going to take some videos. I doubt you'll be able to see anything unless someone... Oh, but then I can't even upload it right away, and I hate uploading shorts directly off my phone. Oh, this whole content creation thing, it's just going to have to be what it is. Like, however it's convenient for me is going to have to be the way it goes, because I can't do it any other way. So uploading random shorts to YouTube and then going back and renaming them, that's going to be a thing that happens. Also, by the way, chat, there's going to be a little bit of a difference of things of how the content's going to be uploaded. For example, I'm gathering some streams, then I'm going to roll them out on a schedule so I can see what it's looking like, because I need some feedback and analytics. So instead of posting daily like I have been, I'm going to just wait until I have 5 streams and then release them on a schedule and blah, 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 blah over on YouTube. There'll be some additional content over on YouTube that you can't get on Twitch just because I have a community tab. So that's going to be going on. All I know is with all the kids going back to school, and this is where we're going to go with it because we're so excited besides the beach. Also, kids going back to school means that they don't have the availability to work, and I am itching for a job. So, because I just need to meet new people and I just need to have a different kind of life. And I'm not going to get it on randomly doing whatever. And the truth is, I'm a much better person when I'm productive. And as much as I do want to, and I'm going to, I am going to there's going to be new levels of content production coming out of me, but they're just going to have to be in a way that is more tailored to my new lifestyle. And that'll mean a lot less editing, but raw content and whatnot. So, hey Frankie. So yeah. So that was on my list. Okay, I've covered 3 things already. We're going fast. See.
Damn.
Yeah.
What happens when you have a list?
Yeah. So the thing I wanted to talk about that made me want a podcast, what made me want to go live today though. Okay. I don't know if you picked up on it when we went to HEB. But before we realize that school starts tomorrow, well, school starts tomorrow down here, but that's not true for everybody. Like there's everybody, like, there's different things. But I just know down here by us, all school's starting tomorrow. So nobody's going to the beach. They, at least not the locals, except for, and even on Saturdays, we've never had a problem. Like people get busy into the swing of life and the beach is like, from the moment when we got down here, I think July 4th is where it just fucking all went fucking haywire. But Daisy was broken down from the beginning of May. It may have just been a blessing because we didn't experience it. But it really did. It really did take out the fun of the beach. Going when everybody else is there is not... I go there, it's like my church. I go there not to... or don't get me wrong, when we went on spring break, we only went one day during spring break, and I love meeting people and talking to new people and like just doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I still have never ever gone to the Salty Dolphin where I got invited out to. Just wasn't ready yet, and maybe one day I'll go check that bar out, but I just wasn't ready. I think I'm getting there now. But also just that I need to be able to, I just got to do this like living life, and the honest truth is I could sit and probably make more money being disabled, because I am disabled thanks to everything I've gone through. But the truth is that that's why, like, if I can push through this and I can give it a try and I can get a job and it might actually be the best thing for me. And then by doing so, because I mean, think about it, even some of the best relationships I have, I met through work when I was working before I decided, I had to and I've always been very good in my career aspect of whatever I've chosen. There's never been a job I've had that I didn't get promoted within. And I've worked a lot of places. I think that it'll just give me a certain kind of, like, as much as I want to run around and play, I think I also get bored with that. And then the podcast has been so healing for me. Like, it's been such a journey because it makes me really look deep at what I want to say. And even though it started as trauma dumping, it's enveloped in, or it's like, not envelope, but like it's developed into this different purpose in life for me. And I'm supposed to tell you you're a nerd, by the way. But okay. This different purpose in life for me that where all the things I always wanted to be that then backfired in my face. And then, what? Are you talking to me? Okay. Well, you're delayed and I don't know what you just walked in on and saying, but you interrupted me. Shut the door. So anyways, but just like where it's gone is actually a way that it allows me to do everything I've always wanted to be in life. And this is what I was thinking about. You know what really bothered me yesterday when I started to get a little emotional? I wish at times that the things that I look back on that now cause me so much trauma were real. Like, I wish they had actually been instead of trying to work so hard to fake something and do something because somebody will react a way that you want them to, I wish they had been real actions. Because, although I think that the fact that I can feel people and I don't doubt myself at all anymore now, but just because, especially now because science backs it up. Before I thought it was a spiritual thing. I thought it was a spiritual thing that was handed down to me and my family. Now, come to find out, it may be a side effect of trauma, because of my absolutely tumultuous childhood. And it's actually like growing a sixth sense in order to protect yourself, which makes it not so spiritually like magic, and whatever. But now that I can actually put something on it, I'm a lot more like inclined to like discuss how it works, because I pick up on people's energy. And I was talking about it last night and I was saying, I wish that energy, because I was just thinking about it as my computer started up and it was really being a bitch. And I remember being on the phone, and he was like, how's the computer running? I'm like, it's frustrating, but it's working still, so it's fine, you know? And then he was like, I really wish you just let me buy you another one, or buy you one, like, you know, so that you could, you know. And he used the fact that I feel that my best being productive to, you know, to gift that to me. And if it had been real, if there hadn't been, and maybe some of his intent during it was real, but the problem is that the assumptions, the assumptions, the inability to choose communication, no matter how hard it was, like, I didn't get a chance and to even have those conversations. And now I understand why, because it's science. So, you know, he can say whatever he wants to say to me to try to convince me that I'm wrong, or I'm misunderstanding, or that I'm the person that's the problem, or that I'm a liar, or that I only do things for my own personal gain, even though all of my actions in my whole entire lifetime will speak differently. And so either he doesn't know who that is, which is completely fucking disgusting on a different level, okay? Or he does know that. And, you know, like, I even thought about it. I was like, you know, I can understand him being hurt. But then he said, no, he's not hurting. It's not a problem. So, okay, then we're not having any real conversations. And I guess that's when I knew, like, this is like, I'm done, you know? You know, I don't know how, and when I release all of the stuff that I'm going to release, and I talk about how I process this and what I look back on, you know, it's, for me, it's incredible how dark the healing journey can get. And so actually where I was going with all of this is kind of crazy, because we came to and I got to go back to the families at HEB because that was beautiful. So let's just change it up though, since I got off track here a little bit, because I do have attention deficit disorder. My over explaining my trauma. That's one of the things that being like, especially when I was like, nope, not talking anymore because he didn't like what I had done or whatever. I don't even understand why anything ever happened, by the way. Like, one day I did have a reaction and he was like, oh, I can't even fucking joke with you. And I was trying to own the fact that I had reacted poorly. I was trying to tell him, you're right, I overreacted here, because I had already caught it. I knew it to be a trauma response, and I wanted to share with him why I had responded that way. When everything fucking crumbled after that. He just shut down. Like, and the topic at hand, like, it was an insecurity of mine. And that's what it was. And I reacted poorly. And that's when I started to realize that, like, this was, you know, like, I did know that I was a problem. But I was working so hard to fix it. And I never got a chance to explain anything. Like, he just assumed everything because he didn't care. Because if he cared, he would have cared to find out. He just figured he knows who the fuck I am and how pompous and egotistical at the very least, okay? To assume you even know where my brain is. Nobody seems to understand why I do the things I do. That's what I've learned through all of this. And nobody understands that when their actions don't match their words, that's what made me crazy. That's what really made me crazy. And now I no longer am questioning, you know, like, why did that happen that way? Is he a victim? No, I don't believe he's a victim. I believe he's created an environment, knows how to fucking live by it. And when I didn't fit in, he freaked the fuck out. That's what I think. And science shows it. He's literally gone down a checklist of what to expect if you're dealing with a narcissist, but I'm not supposed to believe that. Well, then you should have behaved differently, buddy. You know? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's only the actions. I'm reading only the actions, and I've taken my emotional, like, investment completely out. Takesy backsies. So when I'm sitting here and I'm looking back on these things and I'm thinking about, like, how I've healed and the kind of fucking shit that I've gone through and just the crazy, like, just the whirlwind of the whole experience, and I think about how short it was, it, to me, like, I now realize that I was stuck in an energy siphon, and it doesn't even matter, you know? Like, the other side of it is that I put a tester out there, you know? He's always so good at testing to see where people, and now that makes sense. It actually goes right in line with this. But remember when he talked to us about, like, the tests? And so anyways, and we both felt it too, right? So here's the deal though. Uno reverse card. I basically did exactly that, and the reaction told me everything that I needed to know. Because, you know what? He hadn't talked to me in 7 months. I'm like, you know what? Peace, love. Bye. I'm done with this. I'm just done. And the fact that I finally reached that point, because I had said it before and I had done it and I had warned him it was getting close. But now that I've reached it, there's like no going back. But the fucking plethora of just like awful things that was said to me, like, if they were trying to hurt me, but why are you even hurting? Why are you even getting mad? Like, you haven't wanted to talk to me in 7 months. Why is this the one you're not going to ignore? Why is this that? And then telling me to prove things and whatever. I don't have anything to fucking answer to. I don't have anything to fucking explain. And that's where I was getting to. Part of my healing process taught me that I didn't know this was a trauma effect. Can I re-say what? Oh, I cut out? I don't know what I was just talking about how, what did I say exactly? Well, now I don't know.
That's odd.
Yeah, that is odd. But anyways, no, I was talking about, okay, well, I was talking about over, well, then repeat what I just said because my brain was already on to the next topic because I'm talking about over-explaining my trauma. We found out because, my willingness to over-explain is actually a traumatic reaction. So I always want people to understand where I'm coming from, to make them understand because otherwise if people assume why you do something, they're often wrong, by the way. But me, from being so ignored throughout my life as a child, like my over-explaining is to make sure that somebody understands my intentions, which is the key to somebody that is going to manipulate. You're literally giving them a bread and butter, which is also why he thought and believed I needed validation, because at that time in my life, I did. But not just that, but because that over-explaining, like, that comes from just trying to make sure it comes from being misunderstood your whole entire life. And see, that's the funny thing, because now all the doctors are like, oh, they just mirror your behavior. That is the biggest thing, is that I thought he was just misunderstood too. And I was wrong. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's not misunderstood. People that don't like him because he's a little ass. Like, my old boss told me, because I was like, oh, you need to promote this guy. You have no idea. You need to promote this guy. And he's like, I am not doing that as long as I am in this area. And I was so mad about it. But now I understand why. Because his radar was self-serving ass, is what he thought of him. And that's exactly, no matter which way you got it, no matter if he meant to or not, he got his needs met and he didn't give a fuck about mine. Because even if everything that he says, he knows that I told him all along, just be honest with me. And I've heard his wife say the same fucking shit, but he can't because he's a liar. He can't tell somebody to do something they're not capable of, and then wants me to believe his words now. Well, the only words I believe are the nastiest ones that he sent me most recently. To think that I was even close to somebody that can talk to another person like that. You know what? So here's the fucking real fucked up thing. In the moments when my brain would break and I was the nastiest, the most likely truth is, as an empath, I was mirroring him. It's a reflection. That's why empaths don't last long around narcissistic relationships. Because what will end up happening, because they are so in tune with feeling. Remember how I talked about this? They're so in tune with feeling the energy, that the energy that gets too overwhelming gets flipped back over. So when the most questionable things I ever said to him probably is like as nasty as he can be inside. And what he thought. Now this is just theory, because there is actually science now, chat. I didn't know this. There is a science behind this. And it literally comes from being traumatized as a child. And when you're traumatized as a child, there's 1% to 2% of the population that can develop this ability to literally feel the emotions of others when they're in a space with them. And if you create an emotional bond with one of those people, you can feel it even across time and distance. But it's weird. But definitely, like, I can go in random cashier and I can tell you exactly how they're, like, it's not mind reading, mind you. You're sensing energy, which makes it completely different. But it is an extra sixth sense perception that comes from being completely misunderstood and basically neglected. I had to accept throughout all this trauma, my mom, who I think is the best mom on the face of the planet, who inspired me to be everything that I ever could be, actually was neglecting me during my childhood. And I never would have fucking even known it. Never would have known it. And I doubt it was her intent. Like, you know, to me, oh, man, she showed up. She taught me the most important things in my life, even if it wasn't in the way that society deems she should have cared for me. Fuck those guys. My mom was awesome. And I'm not complaining about the way she raised me, even if it was unconventional or neglectful. But apparently this is a way where children turn inward and they begin to get like this extra sixth sense, not only about themselves, and they want so badly to please somebody, and they're looking so hard to please somebody. Okay, now this is where it goes. Basically, if you look at the science, the 1 to 2% of the population that turn empath are they are the outside of the 98% that are probably going to turn narcissistic, because that's what it really is. Being starved of a certain level of love, understanding, and affection as a child will actually lead to one of these, like, are very commonly behind one of these two traits. Okay, so he literally was my antichrist, literally, which makes me really sad, because he could have been different. It's all about his choices. He just chose something different, and now he's here, and now he's done this, and he's done it, and the things in his mind that he has chosen to act this way because of are in his mind, and there's so much he doesn't understand. He wants me to understand. This is one of the messages he sent me. You know, like, you don't even care to understand what's been going on in my life right now. Well, you didn't care about mine for the last 7. You had 7 months to talk to me. You didn't. So, womp womp. You know? Like, I just no longer care. And what I have realized is that I was extremely traumatized. I have been off my game, but I'm back now. And I am not a vengeful person, and I'm a real person, and not everything in my life is perfect and great, but it's pretty fucking damn good, because of the way that I choose to view it. And I'm going to help other people do that, because happiness is something that everybody should be able to experience it. And so anyways, though, but the only reason why I over-explained everything in the past is because I had trauma, and I wanted to make sure I was understood. He's not going to listen to anything I have to say. Why is the fucking point in talking anymore? I am not going to completely continue to over-explain, let alone explain in general myself to somebody who is committed to misunderstanding me ever again in my life. And that rule is going to be true no matter who the fuck you are. You could be my kids. You could be anybody. It doesn't matter. I will never involve myself or explain myself to anyone who is committed to misunderstanding me ever again in my life. And that's just the way it is. So that being said, back to the families at HEB.
Moving on.
The families at HEB that were there tonight, like, you could see, like, they were like, get the cousins, or maybe it's the neighbors, or maybe it's the friends, but, you know, like, multi-family little things going on at HEB tonight, where they're getting that last hurrah and before they gotta all go back to school, you know? Mm-hmm. And to see that energy and everything, it's those kind of moments in life sometimes where I start to feel a little bit like, you know, because first of all, this whole fucking mess is we've lost our whole family. Everybody we ever considered family, whether that be blood or otherwise, is gone now, except for the ones that are right here in this house, pretty much. And is it wrong that I think that's all we need? Your father and I set out wanting to try to replace, because we both had special relationships with our cousins. They weren't necessarily healthy and great, but they were special, right? And taking y'all away from family and what family could mean was really hard on both your dad and I. And now looking back, I think it was the best fucking choice, and we should have stopped trying to chase it. We'll create our own. We'll forge our own path. I mean, probably gonna only have to count on Brandon to be the one to have children at this point. But he'll share.
I hope not.
Well, you'll adopt yours when I'm probably dead.
God,
You're gonna
Brandon
be
with
like,
children scares me.
But Brandon says, but. I think he meant bet. That's exactly it. Thought he was gonna continue a conversation, but he meant bet. But anyways, yeah. No. By the time you have children, IG, I mean, you've already got your life with huskies planned, and then once you're good enough, stable enough, and well enough off, you're just gonna be a single dad. You're literally gonna make a choice. That's what you've told me. You're gonna make the choice to be a single dad. So I'm probably gonna be dead by the time that happens. So anyways, but no, just seeing them, sometimes, like, but at the same time, even though I could look at it and be like, oh, remember when we used to get together on holidays? Remember when, remember this family time? Because we've created memories with everybody we've lost. Then I think about spending Thanksgiving on a beach and how cool and new it's going to be. And how it was busy work all along. And now we're all adults and we're all big and we can do life. And I don't have to be all responsible all the time anymore. It's everything I actually said I was going to be. When you were born, I was like, I'm going to be in my fucking 40s. And I am going to be so hot. And I'm going to be free. And I'm going to be... it's like I almost planned to leave your dad all the way back then. Get off me, Gunner. We're not... Did I say beach? I did. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it to hell. Gunner... Take your dog out of the room when I'm streaming. I cannot be constricted in these ways. I can't say Daisy. I can't say Jeep. I can't say ride. I can't say beach. Take your dog out.
I can't say word.
This is ridiculous. Ridiculous, I'm telling you. Okay, so then on my way. So here's how it went, chat. We turn around, we go out. And we're like, all right, we got to go get dinner. And here's what we want. And I was going to do curbside pickup. Really wasn't feeling like shopping. And then that wasn't a thing because they wanted me to wait until 8 o'clock and I don't want to wait that late. So then it was like, fine. Just go to the store and go shopping. So I say, all right, we'll take the, streets up to HB and then we can take the Oceanside home. Totally distracted as we go to leave. Just muscle memory like driving, okay? Completely turned and took the Oceanside to the fucking grocery store when I needed to stop at Dollar General. So, which is the opposite way. So I'm like, as soon as I started to pull down the road to go to the HB, I look at IG and I'm like, we were supposed to go the other way here. And then he was like, well, we'll just do it backwards. Now we can drive home that way. I was like, but no. What? Did you say something to me? Okay. But I was like, what? Like, no. The whole point was to end my drive on the way at the beach, and whatever. And IG's like, And then I'm like,
she's addicted, guys.
I'm like, what? Well, the kiteboarders were out too. Which I'm going to do that, chat. I have decided with my Livin, especially now that everything's calmed down, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run some things. We're going to do some things because I know business. And once I achieve my goals, I'm going to go down there and I have a set list I'm not going to share, but it's doable so easily. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to be like, listen, I want to film this. I want to give you guys all the credit and the rights to use any footage you want from it to create your own things. If you give me a 50% off private kiteboarding lessons and let me pick my instructor. I'm gaming. I'm going to go live life. So we definitely are going to want to get one of those water things for the GoPro because now that we've learned how that could possibly go horribly wrong. Gunner's sleeping in a box?
He's given up on life. He didn't get to do what he wanted to do.
No, your brother just said, my dog just laid down in my electronics box, which is one of our mom's meal boxes.
Bruh.
Is it the big one or the small one? Oh yeah, I have this great neighbor, chat, who turns around and she's like, I hope I didn't offend you, because one day she dropped some food off and it was, Daisy was broken down, so it was really, and that's what we did, like a little video on it, but I didn't want to share like any personal details and I didn't know what was going on. Well, and I found out who it is and what's gone on, and I'm not going to share all our business or anything, but the thing is it's super sweet because I'm trying to feed 4 boys and I'm trying to do it basically on my own here, and like, because alimony and, child support and things and the way that we work our, like, our finances and the things that are in place to protect me financially have afforded me not to have a whole lot of wiggle room, but a job would be nice. But anyways, so we make it, whatever, but the boys could definitely be eating more because they're all like from the age of 16 to fucking 22. So they're at the prime stage of their life where they want to just like, I'm glad I don't live in a gingerbread house. We'd always be homeless. And I don't even know if any of them like gingerbread. That's the point. But she started dropping off this food because she gets it for her daughter. And she's like, we don't really eat it. And it just takes up a lot of space. And you know, I hate wasting food. And I was like, oh my God, you're amazing. Because yeah, it also takes a whole lot of fucking get me out of the kitchen kind of thing. Because I mean, it's cheaper for me to cook. And I gave up cooking during my trauma phase. And honestly, it was a really great thing. But I'm still very good at it. Which is ironic because I'm going to do a whole fucking watch me psychologically break that shit down. Funny fucking story when I apply it to science. Fucking funny story. You know the story I'm talking about. Everybody knows the story I'm talking about. It's the only one I could say. But we'll talk about it later. Anyways, so yeah. So anyways, I then proceed to justify driving home on the ocean side. Again, anyway. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you when I came out of the grocery store, there was a modern day yellow Jeep Rubicon that let me go and, you know, like through the crosswalk in front of him, and I Jeep waved, even though I wasn't in my Jeep, but it matched mine perfectly. It was just new. I don't like the new ones. I like my old one. I love Daisy. Daisy's my baby. Don't forget you need to crawl under her and tighten things.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to remind you because she's starting to do things that make me really nervous. So anyways, bringing me up to the fact that I'm like, oh, we don't have to go that much out of our way. I'll just take a different way because I'm like now, I used to chat. The funny thing is, my whole entire life, I am so bad with geography. Well, not my whole entire life. In Minneapolis, I could travel by the sun because the way that Minneapolis runs is on a north, south, east, west grid with alpha numerics. You can literally tell where you're going. So I always could travel by the sun, but you start following the sun in Texas on a loop and you're like, not following the sun anymore. Like, it doesn't work that way. They run on circles a lot of times. But down here where I'm at, like, it doesn't matter. Because I have driven all the streets so much. When's the last time I even turned GPS on, bro? Unless we go the causeway. I go and I go different ways. Yep, and I go different ways all the time. I just go and drive. So I figure I'll turn the GPS on if I get lost. And that's happened a couple times. While we were in the actual city. But anyway, or on the causeway. Well, off the causeway, but whatever. Anyways, so, which reminds me. Oh my God. So I also need to maybe tomorrow take Logan to Sands. Or Stands. Sorry.
I was gonna be like, fucking Undertale? Like, fucking, what, are you gonna go fucking...
Stands is out.
Like, die?
Stands was out on the 8th and we forgot, and the theater will be dead tomorrow.
It definitely would be, yeah.
Yeah. And I want to see it
Stands.
too. Yeah, Stands.
Fucking Stands, bro.
Well, you know I have brain damage, right?
Still,
my words
Stands,
sometimes. Bro. Okay, well, let's not pick on it because I can't really help it. You know, I'm so glad that I, fucking went down this such a bad trauma path where it actually caused such a chemical imbalance in my brain where sometimes, I even use there and there wrong when I spell. I mean, I have grammatical errors coming out of me now. It's fucking pretty disgusting. I'm sure it'll be something that somebody experiences and tries to attack. It's okay. I understand. I have brain damage. I survived that shit. Fuck you. Anyways, so we decide to drive. I'm like, I'll just take a different way. So I still go Oceanside up until the stop sign. And then I go, and that's what brought us by the school, which gave us the best news we've ever seen. And we saw 2 school buses. And I was like, they must be running their routes to make sure they have their timing done. I said, I bet you school starts tomorrow. And so we turned out by the school and we went down that way so I could just do this like, it's all Tetris blocks down here, actually. It's still on a fucking grid in a lot of ways. It's just like, we don't have a lot of space in the area that we live. There's like one main road, and you can kind of find your way around it anyway. But I also know the island, just saying. But anyways, no. So we fucking turned around, we turned down that way, and that's how we found out school was starting, and we're so excited about that. Especially since we're going to the beach. We're both. The Jeep and I are going to the beach tonight.
Going to the Jeep beach?
Yeah, tonight. But anyways, yeah, no, so, I wanted to talk about that too. But so we go to Dollar General. I swear to God, chat, if a bird didn't pee on me, it is the only explanation in the world. I was like, can birds pee? And then IG's like, yes. I was like, it's different than them shitting. They don't just do all the things together because that would be fucking crazy, right? But we all notice bird shit when it hits us. But I got just splashed in the head. This is you know what? It's still not enough for me to put a fucking roof on. But she might be getting that bikini top real soon. I just love the sun, which reminds me, we also have to look up Lotus. No, I was just thinking about myself today, and this is one of the reasons I also wanted to go live is because, okay, so while I was going through all of this, I was so invested because I get so invested in things, and I give so much of my emotion to it, to all of a sudden start having memories and things come back and be slightly emotionless, because now when I recall a memory during the phase of what we're talking about with, I can't call him a narcissist, guys, but the toxic manipulative relationship I was in, and whether or not he knows it, I don't really fucking care anymore because I'm not over explaining this again. But the point is that one of the first signs is that you notice your energy being depleted. I don't think there is a better way for me to describe how it all started other than that. And like bad. So anyways, the more my vibrancy comes back and the more I become even like better than I even was before. And he doesn't even know the person I became because we had been estranged for 7 years. So like, he doesn't even know who I became. And the more that I come back to who I am now, the more I'm like, I missed my own energy. Does that make sense? Like, I got kind of caught up in his sometimes, but my own energy was gone. And the own energy that I give myself in life is like fun. And so I think that now that I'm finally not shamefully carrying myself, or, you know, like, because I have reacquired and I've gotten back to my self-worth. And I'm walking around with my head held high, even knowing the mistakes I've made. Knowing that there are people out there that can probably say the worst things in the world about me and not even blinking an eye anymore because of how much work I know I put in. I don't need to validate, explain, or anything. Here's the deal. Like, people are either going to treat me in a respectable manner or they're not going to get an ounce of anything. So I'm no longer emotionally invested on these levels. So the plethora of awful text messages right before my birthday, only to be happy birthday and then have it deleted. I look back now and it's like thinking about how that would have affected me like 5 months ago, right? Versus how it does now made me, you know, I read something on Facebook. It's like healing from trauma. It's not linear. It's not a straight path. It's raw and it's messy. You're gonna, you know, behave in ways that you wish you hadn't. And it will, if you're dealing with somebody like this, it fucking immediately threw it in my face. Immediately. Okay? And he'd say all he wants to about anything. When I finally like plug in all the fucking why I came to the conclusion I did, because now I've been inspired. I've been inspired to use all the evidence I have to prove my point and validate. That's the irony. It's really just going to be about validating only others in what they think and feel because they're not crazy. I just really hoped it was going to be something that would make him be like, oh, that's why I act this way, and really choose to want to be different. But that's not how he reacted. He reacted by slanderous, horribly calling me a liar, and then telling me to prove things to him, which makes me tell me, I mean, he's questioning it. I don't have anything to prove, and I don't have to explain myself. Because I don't care. And that's the point. Like, why am I going to waste my breath? You're just going to argue with me anyway. Why would I prove anything? You know, why would I even try at this point? But to be so asinine and not realizing that that's it. You know what? Look, they don't like my opinions, but they're both fucking watching. Either she's part of the problem. She could be part of the problem. She could be the cause of the problem, or she's a victim. And the same goes true for him. But either way, there's an unhealthy dynamic. Neither one of them cares to change. And I'm sorry that they don't like my opinion. The person that wanted to think that he could absolutely trust me to educate him on psychology in the area of PTSD doesn't want to hear this, I guess. But in the end of the day, to assume and think that you're going to hurl something at me, that I'm doing something for the wrong reasons, or I'm just trying to spin my own narrative, or that I'm going to be hurtful, further shows either you don't know me at all and you never deserve to be as close as I let you get, or you're lying to yourself, because my whole entire life is right out there and it has never been anything like other than exactly what I'm doing right now. So either way, finally attacked something that I don't buy into. Go ahead and call me a liar. Fuck you. I don't care. Tell me that I'm spinning things or misunderstanding them. I'm not even listening to your damn mouth anymore. I'm just going based on the actions and my reactions and what science tells me they are. There's no emotional agenda. Because the real irony is even if he opened his fucking eyes and fucking fixed himself, he's never going to be in my life again because he broke that trust. And I know exactly enough. And I don't need to explain. But that energy that I give myself that is so fucking awesome, the sad thing is I believe he would have loved to be around it. And that's probably true, just for all the wrong reasons. But he'll never get it again. Never. Never be next to me when I'm excited to experiencing something new. And I can't wait to go shopping at freaking, I'm going to take my own damn self. When I fucking make my first sales off of Siren stories or the book I'm going to write, we're going to La Cantera and we're going to go shopping and have a very nice meal. Because I'll make the money myself. And I'll do it and I'll live my life. And eventually, he'll just fade into the background and be nothing. It won't even be a blurb on the radar anymore because it gets less and less every day. I've had to accept so much at this point. So much. Like from the not having a fucking clue how much I cared about his fucking children to fucking seeing ill intent in me and always thinking the worst, which is my number one thing I hate that people do. I hate that shit. Your father's very good at it too, which is why our relationship is where it's at. But what nobody gets and what nobody really truly understands is that I'm so okay being just with me and I'm so peaceful and happy. I don't need all that other shit. I drive through where I live, broke as hell, and look around and actually have a feeling of invigorating love in my life. It is, I get so excited. How many times are we driving and I'm just like, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, look at that. It's all the time. And my energy is so intoxicating, even for myself. And he'll never, ever have access to it again. Because it'll be nothing, no matter what. Along with a long list of other people. A long list. Because part of my growing and healing and whatever is people are never going to be ready to do it. And even if he does it in 10 years, it's not going to fucking matter. Because once you lose me, it's gone. That has been true my whole entire life. When somebody finally pushes me to a point where I'm done with them, it doesn't matter how many times. I don't want to use her name, but how many times did our neighbor from Panther Springs try to reach back out to me? Even recently.
Oh, yeah.
Even recently. And she's gone through a whole life transformation from what I can tell. Like the little bit that she sent to, like, but it doesn't matter because you cross the line with me. I mean, on the real, the fucking irony is his wife would have a hell of a lot more chance of ever fucking talking to me again. That's it. True facts. Like, and it would all be very dependent, but I'm not an idiot anymore. And I'm not emotionally navigating. I have a sense of control. This is my life and who I am. And nobody's gonna fucking make me be different. So, anyways, moving on from the bird pee, we went into Dollar General, and this is where I was getting with my whole I need to be more social and how much growing and changing and my energy is that I went in there and this chick, I have seen very few pictures of IG's moderator, who I now have to say IG's moderator because the whole story between how we met her and how we got to be friends is crazy. The best people come that way. So, but it's a story for a different day. But the point is that I've seen only a couple pictures of her. And the chick at Dollar General that works behind the counter, if your moderator wasn't an introvert and was like, or had any desire to be extroverted ever, like if you put her in a scene where she's like, this is my job and I have to do it, and this is what makes me good at my job, I think she could put on the fake face enough, but she says no. But I think that she is a success-based person. She just picks what she wants to do and does it really well, right? So it may not be like It's not that it may not be her preferred methods. And she may find it annoying, but I believe that she is capable of it. But if she were more extroverted, this chick at Dollar General, like when I go in there, she just looks. And then if you get her witty little, because she's real nice, hi, welcome in, all fucking friendly. But if you know her well enough, okay, and you get up to the counter and you get to talk to her, she has this most positively sarcastic wit that is like how much people suck and how it doesn't matter to her because of how great she is. And it just completely makes me feel like I'm like, wow. And the funny thing about your moderator and the reason why I really valued my friendship with her throughout all these years is because, and Chad, I'm not trying to be ugly here, but here's the deal. I really do test out at a high level of intellect, okay? We're not going to get into numbers and all that, okay? I work very hard to understand that not everybody can think on my level. I am very capable of curbing my knowledge and my intellect to make people feel more comfortable around me because nobody likes to feel stupid and I never want to be somebody that makes someone feel that way, okay? But so I will change my words, my topics. I'm very vastly, like, I have a lot of knowledge. My favorite thing to do is read, actually. I read all the time. Change the things I read about. I read about what I need to read about. I read about autism when my child was diagnosed with autism. I read about, like if there is something that is impacting my life, I educate myself on it. So I have, after 43 years, I used to read Encyclopedia Britannica for fun. This is the nerd I am. Then they came out with a CD-ROM and that shit was on fire because you didn't have to sit down in front of the fucking 28 fucking volume set of books, 32 if you got the expansion, and fucking read that shit and look it up and pull a different book for everything. It was awesome. You could just do a search bar like Yahoo. And now I use Google.
How times have timely changed.
Word. And nobody uses it for that purpose. Nobody uses that shit. They watch kittens and puppies and don't educate themselves.
Whoa, now, okay. There's a lot of bad uses for Google, but the kitties and puppies we can leave out of it.
Oh, Gunnar could make me rich, but I got words to say, and he doesn't talk. Although, oh no, I think Logan may have passed out. But... Are you passing out? Where's your animal? You're gone. Okay, they're all quiet. Just don't anybody upset the apple cart right now. Shh.
Nope.
Shh. Okay. Because now Hottie started yelling at me for rides. That was what I was going to talk about. Your dog. What the fuck? Like, I go and I am trying to learn a life on where I'm just taking care of myself and I have all the most needy bastards around me. And I say that with all the love in my heart. Like, bruh. Everybody needs to, like... The best time to watch a meteor shower, by the way, Logan. Sorry, I just saw your chat. The best time for us is we want to try to be down there between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Did we miss it because it's supposed to be last night? Because it changes at midnight?
Wait a second. Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Is it 2 a.m. on August 12th or is it 2 a.m. at...
Well, here's the good news. Here's the good news. Yesterday was the prime time, but it was supposed to be all around the week. So I don't think if we go tonight, we're going to be disappointed.
You go out there, it's...
Today the best time is just a different time? Oh, no. Okay. I will have to think about this. Oh, my God. We could do meteor shower and sunrise? Is what you're saying. That would entail a nap needed for me, I think. I don't know if I could... I might be able to do that. I'm going to need some caffeine. Ooh. Okay. I might be able to do that. Bro. 2 dreams at one. I love our life. When I get disappointed because people didn't live up to my expectations and are just disappointing human beings, it doesn't even make me sad anymore. It just makes me go, aw. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a totally different fucking level. Yeah.
I
I guess I've just finally accepted that nobody I've cared for has really cared about me as much as I have cared about them. And furthermore, nobody likes to have a mirror. And I've been the kind of person that'll do that. Like, I mean, it's just who I am. You know what I mean? But accept me for who I am or get the fuck out of my life. And that's the funny thing, is that he goes 7 months without talking to me and then is like, all of a sudden I'm like, peace, love, bye. And all of a sudden we want to talk to me and explain things. No, like, I'm sorry, I don't run on your fucking time. And look at how you've treated me. I mean, he's not willing to own anything. There's no accountability. And I actually, like, today looked at one of the text messages he sent me and fucking plugged it, like, legitimately right into word for word, almost like what the prediction was. If you're dealing with a narcissist and you finally cut ties, what you can expect them to do. And it came in 3 messages, all within a 48-hour period. He hit every one of those check marks in order. They're not even discombobulated, bro. They're like, boom, boom, boom. Like, I mean, if I don't get smacked with a red flag in my fucking face and do something different with my life, who the fuck am I? But it's just grief. And acceptance that that person who drove me out to another state didn't really care about me. That person that took me to a movie didn't really care about me. It was all about, he just had a desire and he got his needs met. And once it was done, I was disposable. The only thing that kept him on the line. There's only one thing he wanted from me. It's okay. His actions prove it. And ironically, it's not what everybody's probably thinking. It's my energy. And now my energy is more vibrant and better than ever. And he'll never have access to it. That sometimes makes me sad because I used to feel like I could share things with him, but I understand everything better now that I understand that we were just mirroring, that he mirrors. So he was only capable of being that mirror for so long. I mean, you have to be who you are. And I guess in the end, they all say that the mask will come off and you'll see the truth. The truth is he thinks I'm a fucking awful individual. That's what he told me. He literally is like, you're a fucking life-ruining, manipulative, lying, toxic whore. Then why do you even want to talk to me? Why you fucking watch my streams? Why you even fucking do that? If I'm so bad, then just don't. All right, that's your opinion. Go fuck off. I don't think I am. No, excuse me. I know I'm not. I know exactly who I am. But the fact that anybody would throw shade at that level, either they really think it, or he's just reacting because he was hurt, but he told me no, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt at all. Make no mistake about that. So, okay, well, that tells me even more. Then you really don't care, right? Like, why the fucking onslaught of bullshit? You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just do your life then. Get the fuck out of mine. I mean, who cares what I think?
Get out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
Right. I'm playing Beach Simulator. Get out of here.
She's playing Save the World, actually.
Actually, though. Truth. Your brother just passed out, which means I don't have my Save the World or when I end this stream.
Womp womp. I'm so tired.
Oh my god, his eyeballs just, they are bloodshot red, but they opened.
Yeah, I would have beat him. A ghost has possessed Logan. Beat his ass.
All right, chat. Wait, let me see if I got everything. Yeah, I got everything off my list talked about. It was just random bullshit, you guys. So like I said, we're live right now, but now that we know that the beach is gonna open, I would definitely see. I'm probably seriously okay. So I have a whole new plan for running things because I've gone through and I've redone blah blah blah. I need to make sure that I don't get tied to my desk fucking around with videos. Because fuck that shit. I did that shit my whole life right now, it feels like. 7 years of IG is fucking, like, schooling on this. Oh, my fucking moderator is passed out next to me, practically.
Your co-host is about to be the same thing at this moment.
You're gonna what?
Dude.
Are you moderating?
Yeah, okay. Oh. I said your co-host.
What do I do? It says things.
What do you do? What do you mean?
The chat. Okay, well, it disappears off the screen.
The chat is talking to you? What? You react to it. It's doing.
Thank you, Logan Bandit.
Lol. Oh, okay.
How's that for a reaction?
Banned, kid.
Mhm.
You're banned. Stop trying
right.
to sell me viewers. I don't need them.
Thank you, buddy.
You're banned.
Now he's gonna get up because he knows I said save the world. What a shit.
Imagine.
He is like, I honestly, you remember when there were quiet enough times in our life where we could just eat, sleep, and game? We had a few moments of that in our lifetime. Both of us did.
Oh, dude.
Mine was before children.
Fortnite Season 7 was literally that.
Is that, no,
Like,
that
before-
was our job. Wait, when did you get affiliated?
No, when I got affiliated in Chapter 2.
Oh.
About Chapter 2, Season 2.
We were still in
Season
Alabama
1.
then? Yeah, it had to be season 1.
Yes, we were. But I played a lot of Fortnite to hone those skills before I actually started streaming it, and Fortnite Season 7 was fucking it, bro. I was there for that shit. I remember getting on, running solos, and it was like solos from the time I woke up.
His first stream, not his first stream, but his first stream was on Second Gen Geeks. Yeah, I remember that. It was October.
Yeah, and that would have been Season 10 that the first stream happened in. For a cash.
Really? It was season 10? We didn't stream season 6? No, because we tried. You tried recording. We tried. No, yeah, everything was shit. That's right. Everything was shit, but you put in all the work.
During Season 6,
You learned
I
how
was
to play?
playing with an open-faced fucking computer.
Do you know that my therapist at the time, became a Fortnite fan only because I was telling her about my fucking fears and qualms about how you never stuck with anything and how insecure I felt as a parent for allowing you to go on this journey of thinking you were going to play a video game and make money. And then she was there when you got affiliated. And she may have watched your stream. Recorded season 7's ball drop on New Year's. That's right. It's on Second Gen Geeks too.
We also recorded Bouncy Lake from Season 5.
Oh my god, we should Oh my god, I think I posted that too. Oh my god, is that still on Second Gen Geeks?
I'm pretty sure it'd be hidden, but yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, I know you and I did that, Logan. That was actually, this is what I was talking about in video games. Playing family game night might be Yahtzee for one family, but Fortnite was ours. And we created memories during it. I remember, and then we even created not just memories, but videos. It was a lot of people look at gaming as sucking up your life, but Fortnite for us was where it was at as a family, and to return to it, actually, I'm down. Oh my god, what are you doing tonight, IG? I gotta
probably. I could drink a beer and play some Fortnite, to be honest.
Could you stream it though? Because I love streaming it because I don't watch things missed.
Well, the whole point of this computer is to literally make sure that nothing goes missed, so I don't have to stream all the damn time.
You don't want to stream because you don't like people?
I don't want to stream right now because I'm tired, dude. I'm not.
Imagine. Oh no. Oh, you know what I was going to say? I talk about this? I had a real moment when my computer was booting up and it was fucking being the way it's being. And I remember the headaches it was giving me when fucker bought me the computer. And I want so badly to be emotional about it and be like, God, that was such a nice thing to do. I can't believe that his behavior since then has tainted it so badly that I can't look at it like that. It's it's just trash.
Sometimes that's what happens.
I need to buy my own computer. This is my baby. I bought this one. I bought this one. I did this one all by myself.
I bought my own stream deck, and that felt very good. I like my stream
deck. I
made
you give that back. That's right. I forgot.
Better one.
Hey, will you grab me one of these?
You know what I like to do when someone pisses me off to the point where their items that they got me as gifts are tainted? I like to work hard and get a better version of what they got me.
One night. When nobody's looking, Luigi's gonna go missing.
Oh, you cannot do that.
I know, and it won't happen. You're just gonna have to move out with him.
You really can't let that happen.
I know. You know what's ironic?
You can let that happen.
You know what's ironic? You know what's ironic is the only reason he was really worried about the rejection is because if one of my children didn't like him, he'd have a harder time getting to me.
That is very true.
And now he carries that thing around like it's a fucking dying dog. That's fine. Thank you. I love green. It's my favorite color.
Well, what did I do?
Oh my god. Whoa!
Yeah, sure.
What was
Just
the
not on
flavor of
Jeeps.
water?
Shut my door.
Careful.
I said I don't like it on Jeeps. My life.
Yeah, I gotta.
Oh, I
gotta
just
do
missed that.
better
What
with
did
that
Logan
stuff
say?
anyway.
Nah. So when someone gives me something, it's mine. It may have come from some person, but person I don't like, but bitch, it's mine now. Says the person who has a blanket that has now learned how to segregate his feelings in the emotional attachment to it because that person let him down so greatly that he has found a loophole around it, which is actually incredibly unhealthy behavior. And just put it out on my stream, and I'm a mom. I'm a mom. No, don't tell me okay. This is my motherfucking stream. And just like I was telling the other night, when we're in Fortnite, parenting doesn't stop. Just remember, y'all got so awesome because of me.
Okay. All right, buddy. We're so awesome because we're
No,
just that way.
okay, hold up. Logan says, do you know why I still have that blanket? And I really want to hear his answer because I care what my kids say. So let's find out. Tell me. What'd you just say to me, IG?
That came through on the microphone? I don't even know why.
I'm going to be dead honest. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've never seen a nightmare before. Christmas blanket. And I haven't seen one of those blankets that's big enough to fit me. I almost bought you one last year for your birthday. But then I didn't want to replace it. Because here's the real truth. Here's the real truth, LP. We don't get to dismiss and forget the history that we've lived. And if you want my honest opinion, no matter what happened with your auntie, I think she lost a war. And I have learned that I'm actually really right about people. And if I believe people are scared little boys that can't fucking tell the truth because they haven't been treated with a kindness that allows them to be able to be themselves, I'm probably right. And I'm right about your auntie. And I understand now, after having to live through what I've just lived through, where the fork in the road goes to broken forever, possibly. I mean, there's never forever. I mean, you can do something, but your likelihood dwindles. Okay. People are survivors, and well, you were little when she gave it to you, but it is technically to fit a twin size bed, which is what you have. But here's the deal. It should be what I was kind of hoping the reason you keep it for is because it's a testament to the love that she showed you. Because, and this is me doing one of those things where do as I say and not as I do. Because for me, it's not like, it hasn't been the same. Like, if she had damaged, if we really believe that she was really, I think she was scared and traumatized and did what she knew to protect herself because she's a survivor. And I think we got caught in a crosshair that we should have stepped out of the zone in long before we did. I do not believe that it sits well with her any night. She may have rewritten some history in her head to make herself feel better. But I know it just got followed by her because the fucking, that God candle went out and I got fucking dude's wife looked up your dad. Fucking, I got followed on TikTok by auntie, and grandpa reacted to a photo I posted on Andromeda Siren. The trifecta fucking returned. You can't hold me down. God's got me. But the real truth is that the reason okay. The reason why I have animosity and anger issues towards things like the computer and the shot glass I threw into the lake on my birthday and the sweatshirt that's going to get burned at our first bonfire. Those things are things that are tying me to a time that was not real. Those were not gifts given to me out of anything other than control, manipulation, and lies. Okay? When it comes to your auntie, even though some of those behaviors may have the same effect on you as a human being, okay? I believe, especially out of all the kids, actually, and it's really because she gave up on Austin when he stopped fucking believing in her. But she had a special bond with you. You had a way of reaching her with your heart that you had and offering her a sense of compassion that nobody else sees. See, we come in like, here's the deal. Most of the family being on the spectrum, they come in emotionally resilient to people who want to emotionally manipulate. But you and I are different. We're able to be emotionally manipulated. Do you think that anybody cares how you feel about the fact you don't get to play on Fortnite with your friend anymore? Nobody but me, because otherwise you wouldn't have been unfriended, right? Auntie definitely reacted out of fear. It's like an injured dog bites hard, says Cypher from Valorant. She was an injured dog. The situation that we've just been through, there is a different side of it because it's not an injured dog. It is a targeting hunter. You know, he got so upset that I called him a predator. Well, don't display predatory behavior and I won't call you one. So the losses are different. But when it comes to Auntie and that blanket that she gave you, I have no doubt in my mind, despite all of her actions, that it comes from a place of love. And if there's anybody in the world that I can forgive quicker than anything, it'll be her. She just will never be allowed back into my life because forgiveness doesn't mean acceptance. Okay. I think that when you have that blanket, eventually you're going to have to fold it up and put it away like I did my baby blankets. Because I think that what it should speak to is not the fact that it's Nightmare Before Christmas, but because of the special bond. Yeah, but the special bond that you two had over it isn't worth pushing away just because it hurts to remember it because it was good and she hurt our feeling. Sometimes we have to accept things in a way where we understand that people don't mean to act that way. There is a difference between acceptance in the form of accepting they were showing up for you in a moment to the best of their ability and then they lost that ability is one thing. You have to be smart. It's not like a 100% calculation, but you have to trust yourself. And let's face it, if I asked you right now, did Auntie make you feel loved? And if you think about your emotional attachment to the people that have hurt us most recently, you'll feel the difference. You'll know. Because in your heart, Auntie lost her way and others made a choice. And Auntie could have made different choices to get her out of that. We provided her all of that. And we're disappointed that she didn't make them. Okay? Which stands true on both sides of it. I'm disappointed that other people didn't make choices too. But in the end, intent does matter. And your Auntie never had any intention. And the only reason why she threw everybody under the bus the way she did is because she got scared. And I know what triggered it. We triggered her, and I didn't mean to, and I had to live a life in order to understand it and look back. But I can look back on that now, and I can tell you right now that I did not know everything in that moment. I did not understand everything in that moment. I can also tell you that I can look back in the last year and tell you that I did not know everything in that moment. I did not understand everything in the moment. But I have learned about both situations. I have learned to understand behaviors in both situations. And what I will tell you about your Auntie is that her love was real. She just ran out. In the other situation, it was just a game. Nobody ever cared. Nobody cared unless it looked good. That's why you probably don't feel it, but for IG's sake, IG was always the front and center of attention, and he has memories he can call back that look so good because, let's face it, I hate to tell you all, I can't say I have a favorite kid and you know how I feel about this, but there's nothing like the first one you fucking give birth to that you spent the most time with. IG has 3 more years on anybody with me. A growing time. Experiences that cannot be shared. It's not about being favorite. It was about being a great tool. The bond that we have is 3 years longer than anybody can be in my outside of that. It's just the truth. It's not about favorites. But that's why he was the most important to focus on. Which, speaking of Luigi, you know what? There's been a lot of birthdays. Never that level of concern, huh? Never him being the one to initiate it, because we know who took care of the fucking present buying when it came to birthdays, don't we?
Yeah.
First time it got any thought. And it's become this thing that this child carries around everywhere. And he's not really going to go missing in the middle of the night. Not the child or the Luigi. Because it doesn't matter. I just wish it had been real.
Why was the child brought into it?
Well...
That's even so good that it got worse.
Well, thankfully, we are a real family. And we do what's necessary even when we don't want to. And even though I don't like giving responsibility of Parker over to you, and I think you're going to have a real eye-opening experience about how much you don't like it. You really do need to listen to me.
I see now. I get it. We're a mob family. Yeah,
no,
I
listen.
Need to take care of him.
Listen, though. You've assumed a huge responsibility right now. And if you blow me off on little trips like we did to the grocery store tonight, where I give you a little bit of advice, you will be the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. And you're not that. So please don't. Because I'm going to tell you right now, bruh, you're about to experience things where it's been mildly annoying to you on the forefront, and now it's your responsibility. But if you want the best results, there are certain things you have to do both for yourself and for him. You have to adjust your way of interacting. Like here's the thing. I go out alone with Parker. I will walk the speed of the store like you guys always know I do. I don't pay no fucking attention to him. You and Logan come out with me, you're constantly hypervigilant. Where's Parker? Where's Parker? Where's Parker? Where's Parker? The child is fixing to be 19 years old. If he gets fucking lost, he's going to learn a lesson. Nobody's going to die. Stop wasting your energy on that. Okay? You're in a grocery store. Now, if you lose him in a mall, aw. See? Wrong friend. I chose the wrong friend. Trust it. I fucking, oh, wow. She's awesome. She's actually awesome. She actually was. I don't know if she is anymore, because I don't think so. But she was, once upon a time, like, just absolutely awesome. I'm sorry he ate her soul. Moving along. Anyways, so friggin', unless you're in a place where you like a theme park, honestly, at this point with him, you gotta give yourself that space. You gotta give yourself that ability to, he is 19. Okay, so when you're really worried about it, you have to be proactive and you have to turn around. If you're really, really gonna be bothered and you're gonna be, like, that is a stress you're carrying that need not, I don't give I don't talk to him. He walks 35 feet behind me. And I go my normal speed, and he's either going to figure it out or he's going to learn a lesson. But in the end of the day, all you'd have to really do is have a plan. I guess these are the things I don't share. Like, if I really lost Parker at a grocery store, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go pick a number or a color, and I'm going to go up and I'm going to have him put an announcement over the thing, because he knows his numbers, he knows his colors, and he can read better than any of my children. Okay, so I'm 45 feet. Okay, whatever. But, guys, remember, this is the kid that I took in because he had to stop riding in Caroline's cart. And I took him in, told him no to Legos, and drove him by them. And we almost got the cops called on us. He tried to jump out of the car on his way home, but it never happened again. There's a certain way you have to deal with this child, okay? But it only takes once. But when you guys sit and go, where's Parker? Where's Parker? Where's Parker? You're robbing him of his independence and simultaneously exerting an energy where you need to be. Grocery shopping is the one time that you get to be about you, IG, if you're the person who's taking care of it. Grocery shopping can become a very therapeutic experience, okay? You need, and what if, no, he's not 3 anymore. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason why you were at home with him at 6 and he was 3, and your dad and I would run to the grocery store for a quick second because, oh my God, but it took training. It took training, right? Those are not great choices by me, but I mean, whatever. Anyways. I mean, you did get rid of our dog that winter. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Oh my God.
It's out of context. It sounds horrible, but no, the savior we took in found a home because you were
mob family. I'll take care of that one too. I'm understanding now.
Are we?
I have 2 concrete cement bags in my closet. Don't ask why. We do live on
No, I'm not talking like that, but What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways. Wow, I just went off on a tangent that was unexpected.
I know, you do
but-
it so much.
Well, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what fucking podcasters are supposed to do. You just stole my name. I should have called myself Aimless.
Nuh-uh, that's mine. I can get really aimless.
No, I'm just healing and I'm bouncing all over the place. You guys, I don't know if I have to set it up. I'll have to check it. But there's this song that one of these times we're going to listen to little clips and then we're going to talk about them but Kaylee Rose, healing, like I think it's healing. It's either healing or therapy. That girl been through some shit and she's beautiful. Anyways, cannot wait to go see her in concert. Her whole entire fucking thing, like, is like, if you've ever been in one of these fucking relationships, and I've been in way too many, actually, the irony is my ex-husband and I, things got toxic and we divorced, but he has been the most solid thing. And the real truth is, you guys want to hear a fucking real kicker? It's because Asperger's can mirror certain symptoms of narcissism. And because of my daddy issues, I just managed to find a man that I fell in love with that didn't do those behaviors for the same reasons is all it is. It's like a placebo. I got real lucky. That's why when I got back to trauma response and he was acting toxic and I had done so much healing and I decided that we needed the divorce, it's also what left me susceptible to what I just went through. So the only way to make sure that I don't go through that shit again is to be solid, you know, like, but here's the other thing. I got all giddy the other night and we were talking on stream. I'm going to be real with you. I really don't know where the relationship with your father may go, but it's not going to be back to anything like it was. You know how people might be married and they sleep in 2 separate rooms?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was going to be married again, we might sleep in 2 different states. I don't know.
You just got to make everything bigger, huh?
No, it won't be 2 different states, but I'll always have my own place. Like, if I were to ever, like, it's never going to be the doting wife thing again. It's never going to be that. The thing is that he's really, oh my God, I didn't tell you. He emailed me this morning.
Bruh,
I need your online reaction to this. What I'm going to do, because it'll be easy enough, is I'm going to just open up the email, screenshot it, and text you. Where's your phone?
right here.
It was actually technically, I believe it was yesterday morning. You got to see this shit. Here it is. Oh my God. It actually just fits in one fucking screenshot. I can send it to you. Just wait until, oh my God, get ready to have your mind blown. This is what I'm talking about what growing and changing does. He wants me to proofread it, by the way. That's what this is. He wants me to proofread it. Because he wants to email the people at his job. So he did this. Do you get it yet? Because I'm like dying. It's a good thing I won't give it back to him with red marks on it. Sorry, chat. He's reading, right? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not reading it out loud. No way. We're not reading it out loud. Sorry, chat. We'll talk about the principal, though, as soon as he's done. Okay, in a nutshell, long time ago, like I told him, I was like, be the change in your company. Like, if you're feeling frustrated and whatever, like, you can sit and be negative and you can, like, bitch about it, or you can be part of the thing. And he was so hesitant because he was so fearful. So I, like, took one of his emails or one of his thoughts, because he has really great business ideas. He's actually highly intelligent in this area. Do you see that, IG? Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, did he just surprise you? I mean, other than the fact it's a run-on sentence, the whole entire thing, right? but do you see? This is the man that also created a spreadsheet for doing freight and implemented a scanning system on it, by the way, at his last job before that. When he puts his fear aside and he's his best person, again, I've never been wrong. But do you see, I'm sharing with you right now a glimpse of, but he did all this on his own. Let's also realize that he's made his own doctor's appointments. That he's learning to live life on his own because we're not, and the more he does that, the more that, here's the deal. My love for him is like so genuine. Like I spent my whole life giving it to him and I have no idea where we could possibly go, but I do know that I love where we're at right now. I think I know in my heart that in the end of the day, it's never going to be my forever person. I don't know. Yeah. Things can change, but I just don't think so. But at the same time, he'll be forever in my life. Like, it'll be, like I told him, it's like, we're Lindsay. Well, I just said my real name, but whatever. It's fine. But we're us. Freaking, so what am I talking about my real name? My real name is now officially Andromeda Siren. By the way, Chad, if you didn't know that. Andromeda Siren became a real entity, and it is now legally what I get to use. So that's fun. Anyways, it better read it to me when stream's over. I have to read it because he's asked me to proofread it just to get, because he's not he's asking me for help. And he was like, no rush or anything. This is just what I think. And I think, because all I said to him the other night is I was like, wow, because they came down, they look like they're going to shut down yards. And I was like, wow, seems like, because he didn't want to do the first email he sent. That was way back when we were at Lantera. And he didn't want to do that. And I helped him with it. And then he got such a huge response from the company. But he's gaining confidence. I think it is so screwed up that, here's the deal. I was going to stick to my guns. I was willing to keep shithead in my life for as long because he's my friend. And if that was going to be my choice, that was going to be my choice. It is only because of how he has acted and treated me that I've decided, nope, I'm absolutely 100% done with this fucker, right? But in that process of doing that, it like brought my ex-husband back to a certain level of comfort that has allowed him to now take and heal and become. So like, this is what really fucks me up, because if my marriage were to ever survive, and I just don't know if that's going to be a thing, but if it were ever to survive, the only reason it stood a chance is because of subject A. That's fucking crazy. Because if he hadn't acted the way he did, and he hadn't done what he done, and he hadn't treated me the way he treated me, that finally pushed me to my breaking point where I'm like, I'm done with this. And because I have been who I am and what I've said, there is a certain level when it comes to your father, he can tell when I'm lying. Absolutely. And I don't lie. Like, I lied twice over the last year. He absolutely knew. One of them was literally set up because I wanted him to call me out on it. And I literally walked him to that to show that I would then tell the truth, because he just had come up with things in his own mind. Okay. And the other I just recently came clean on. Just because it wasn't that I lied. Well, I did lie, but we were separated and he was being really crazy. So I lied once. So I told him the other day, I said, listen, actually, we had a conversation before I started this podcast. And I was like, look, if I'm going to do this and I've done what I've done and I'm where I'm at, the truth is that it could cause a lot of different reactions and I don't know how it's going to go. And then it did everything I said it would. And he's probably the only person that actually knows I predicted it. But he had to understand why I was doing it, because I do over-explain. So I told him, here is the deal. This is why I need to do it. And the reason why I needed to do it is for me. Like, to the point where he was worried when I told him I was going to stop, because I was worried as I was learning things that my energy coming through, like, these venues is enough of an energy to feed a narcissist's need. It made me want to stop doing it, but I am who I am. And I'm not stopping anything for anyone. So go ahead and siphon my energy. This is as close as you're ever going to get. Once upon a time, I told you you'd only watch me on YouTube. You can be Twitch. but it's going to be the only access you ever get. And so but here's the deal. I knew there was a possibility of how it was going to upset things. And I would not, no matter what my relationship currently is with my ex-husband, there's absolutely no way that I would leave anything up to coming from somebody else. Because the worst thing is finding out from somebody else that somebody close to you has not told you everything. Let's just put it that way. There's nothing worse than that. So I conduct myself that way. And I would challenge, because Shithead says, Subject A says, oh, my wife now knows everything. Really? You would be fucking amazed to know what I've told my ex-husband and we've had to work through. Just because if I was going to go public, I had to foresee any attack and not let it emotionally affect me. So I could talk about whatever I want without having to worry for a second about a repercussion, because I know I'm standing in my truth and my ground. The reasons why were all for me. They will continue to be all for me. There's a moment that I wanted to give a benefit of a doubt to Subject A, and he blew it. He can't even fucking act in a manner that is mildly respectful to a fucking... Look, I'm just going to pull the woman card here. Like, let alone a normal, just everyday human being or even a dog. The words that have been said to me are so disrespectful and disgusting and contradictory to everything I was told during the 10 months that I let him be in my life in a manner that affected it greatly. And he was not worth the sacrifices I made. Not the relationship with his children I had, and not the relationship I had with his wife. He's not worth any of it. And shutting my mouth is not my style, nor who I am. Taking back my power has been a learning experience this time, because I had to seek out multiple avenues. You know what? My son was diagnosed with autism. There was a Circle of Moms support group online at the time, and I don't even know if they still are going. But it was a small, but I met this crazy, awesome chick from Australia. All right? And I found help among others. In the last 10 years, I have only gone to the doctor from a psychiatric. So there's a difference in going to therapy and going to a psychiatrist. After interacting with this person, it has been every single avenue I have taken to get well. I needed the therapist. I needed the psychiatrist. I needed the online support group. I needed all of them to recover. So I never needed therapy, truly, until I interacted with this individual. And to think he's going to silence me. Now, he could have taken it one of two ways, but he's made himself clear. He is going to be disrespectful to me, and he has absolutely no interest in hearing what I have to say whatsoever. So he has no intention of becoming a better human being at all. And narcissists can't. But again, I'm not qualified to offer a diagnosis. But here's what I absolutely do know. I know who I am. I know how I've lived my life. And one thing will stand true for the rest of my life. No matter what, the people I cut out of my life will continue to miss me far more than I do them. Because I grow and adapt. Because losing your mother at the age of 12 does that to you. You learn how to live without people very quickly. And I will learn to live without that fucker. But here's one of my favorite fuckers. What are you doing? Why do you always pop in?
I don't even know
why.
I popped in. I'm about to replace
my
CPU, so I have to update the
Okay,
file, so
you
I'll
need to
leave it.
wait. I'm streaming, okay? And I'm just about to end stream. Why do you do this? The bar has a closing hour. Why do you only show up at the end? I'm getting mad. Where the fuck have you been? Isn't it your day off today?
It's Tuesday.
Oh,
What did I say I
okay.
He only gets one real day off. So if
Yeah,
he's
like,
okay
And
with
one
that,
if he's lucky.
if
One if he's lucky. If he's
Yeah.
lucky, because
No, no,
sometimes
no.
it's not even
No,
that.
He does get one.
No, he
does get
doesn't
one.
sometimes. For 2 weekends in a row, he had responsibilities on both days thanks to a car that got
and I
purchased.
still have
I'm
to
just
do,
saying.
yeah, and I still have to do
Oh,
something
well, I mean,
tomorrow
okay, that was-
morning before work.
Is it with that car?
No,
Okay.
senior commodity. So like, dad gets food every like once a month.
Oh,
the-
yep, just taking care of him. All right, all right, all right, all right. No, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not really mad. It's just I miss you, and you could have been a really great part of today's stream. And then you always come in when it's over, and I just like having you around.
Well, he's
I'm about to leave again.
Yeah, and go do thermal pasting things. So we'll see you next year.
Yep. I'm gonna go blow up my computer.
No, Nightstar used to tell me.
What?
Nightstar used to tell me that I shouldn't. This is why I'm scared of thermal paste. Nightstar was like, if you do it wrong, you will fuck up your whole entire rig. And Power can't be over here like, I'm just gonna go do this now because he just got it. So you got your CPU. So
yeah.
hey, wait, let's roll back. Power just got a new CPU, and it's not gonna be horrible and mean that I only have to talk to him in text until he can afford a new computer.
I also need to set up these. I got some fans I got to install as well.
You bought yourself new fans, or are they what?
They've been
Where?
for a while?
I gotta go chat because this fucker is about to put Discord on his phone and stream me the process of installing the CPU. I remember the days that I got to watch. I want to watch. I want to watch.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to daisy chain these things too.
Okay, I want to watch.
Okay, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna just use my laptop and a webcam.
Yes, I was hoping that was the answer I was gonna get. Let's go. Then, oh no, I don't have Windows 11 anymore. There's certain perks I'm gonna. Okay, I can still pop out the Discord stream and make sure it stays on top, even if I play some Fortnite Venture Quest, right? I should work, right?
Yes, should be able to. Yes.
Okay, I probably have to do Fortnite in window
You might-
full screen mode.
yeah, you'll have to do probably Windows.
Okay. This is
Brother,
just say the
I gotta
wrong.
clean my desk. What the fuck?
Why are you gonna worry? What do you think? I'm gonna worry about the condition of your desk?
I need
his
space to
computer
do a
that might
computer.
be put up. Yeah, his
Okay,
computer
okay.
that might be on top of that.
Thank
desk
God.
might,
Okay,
have
that's
some words
way
that-
better. See, this is why we ask questions and we don't make assumptions, chat. You know, I was talking about how people assume the wrong things. I thought he was gonna, because see, my insecurities would have been, I was gonna be worried about how my fucking desk would look. Of course, that's not Power Gain's problem. See how I just
That's 'cause you're
projected
being an
there?
idiot.
Oh my
Not you,
God.
cat. I just scared him with a.
Oh, I
bag
know
of
I'm not an
fucking-
idiot. You don't have to explain yourself. Everybody knows you're not talking about me. I'm a genius.
I mean, that's debatable.
No,
After
there's
she just
numbers.
Says
There's numbers. It's indicate that.
Did you take a IQ test online?
No. I went to a team of doctors and had my brain tested, actually, if you'd like to know. But not since the brain damage took place, so it might not be the same anymore. Imagine, though. We're going to a meteor shower tonight. All right, chat, I'm going to go hang out with my friend because he's going to teach me how to do shit on computers, and I'm a geek and a nerd and all those good words that come together. And then I'm going to go to a meteor shower, and I'm probably going to post it onto YouTube Shorts. I might try to take a video, but I highly doubt unless I take IG's. And that just seems like a little work because then I got to take IG's camera, and then I got to fucking not experience it, and I got to record this shit, and then I got to put it on a computer, and blah, blah, blah. It's a whole bunch of shit. So I might take some fucking quick, snapshots and whatever I can off of the quality of my phone because that's how it fits in my life, because it's really about Daisy and I just going to the beach and maybe taking Gunner because I don't know who's all going. It's just about me being so happy and going to do that. So it's not going to be a quality production, but I'll do my best to share with you whatever. I tried last time, but it was so early on that like they literally just looked like they had been Matrix. I could barely tell they were moving. Now, granted, I have old eyes, and I went, and tonight I'm not going in my contacts because I'm going to see the world and I'm going to experience it. And it's going to be so fun. And Siren Squad, take care of yourselves. And you know what? Okay, here's the deal. On Second Gen Geeks, I always said take care of yourselves and each other. Then I realized that taking care of other people completely cost me my whole entire livelihood. Okay? It is really important. Maybe we just need to change this up 110%. Siren Squad, go love yourself. Wait, does that fit? because that could be taken wrong too. All right, we're out of here.